All right. So where to start with this one?
I don't know.
All right. So I immediately was going to...
Obviously, this really happened.
I was going to immediately disprove this story 100% because he talks about all the planes that used to fly over his head. And I'm like, there is no way that Eagle River has an airport. But they do.
You looked it up?
I looked it up, and they do have an airport. So that went right out the window. So I think Gavin probably...
Well, where's K.I. Sawyer?
What do you mean K.I. Sawyer?
It's not Eagle River, but that's up by like Marquette, right?
What is K.I. like?
It was an Air Force base in Upper Michigan.
Oh, I have no idea where that is.
I was saying, maybe they flew over Eagle River.
Yeah, and that's possible. But they do actually have an airport right in Eagle River too, believe it or not. Okay. Which is crazy to me. But anyways, so that one went out the window. So I think you probably thought I would really get into this because I'm first of all, I want to make it very clear. I'm very skeptical of any of this stuff, but I find it fascinating because I feel like too many people believe this is real for there not to be some truth to it.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the Appleton UFO Center is your favorite episode.
Yes, it was, because I just never envisioned that there was something in Appleton like that. But so the Appleton UFO Center had like some sustainable story to it. This story just sounds nuts to me. It doesn't sound real at all.
But he has the pancakes.
Yes. And if you want, later this week I will bring in my alien pancakes too for you to try.
Yeah, please do.
But yeah, this just doesn't sound believable to me at all. First of all, so it lands in his backyard. He goes and he walks out and he goes onto the ship and gets a tour of the ship from the sounds of it. Mm-hmm. And nobody else notices this happening.
Well, it's Eagle River. Might not be anybody for a mile around.
Maybe. Nobody notices it, take back off and go away. That's just, I don't know. Man, this story just sounds way too out there for me.
Okay. All right.
So, what do you think of it? Like, I don't even know where you stand on this stuff. I think you probably think this stuff is just dumb, right? Well, not believable at all.
Do I believe this happened? No, I do not. But it's weird because it's not whether I believe it happened or not. I don't believe it happened. Does this guy believe it happened? That's the real question. You think he believes this?
I don't know, man. Are you gonna?
Because I think that's the weird part. Like, either he believes this happened, or he's lying. To tell a good story, and it's definitely more interesting if he thinks this happened.
Yes, and I think he probably does believe this happened.
Yeah.
And if I had to go off on a guess, he was kind of an eccentric guy, and I think maybe he had a dream.
Yeah.
And the dream was just so vivid that he actually believes it actually happened.
Then where did the pancakes come from?
That's a good point. That's a good point, man.
He's got alien pancakes.
Now, the other thing, and maybe you can shed some light on this, but so if I remember at the beginning of the article, you said that he sent the pancakes to the Air Force to have them test it.
Yeah.
To figure out what was in the pancakes.
Yes.
Now, first of all, what possesses you to send them to the Air Force?
I don't know.
And second, would the Air Force even have an entity that would test?
I don't know.
Something for the substances it's comprised of. That seems like the absolute weirdest place to send it to. Now, I don't know enough about the Air Force. Maybe they have some special division that deals with inanimate unknown objects or something like that. But that one just seems weird to me. And then
I don't know. I don't know why he chose the Air Force.
If he chose the Air Force.
If he chose the Air Force. But I don't know if the Air Force came in and they were like, hey, we got to get those pancakes. but yeah, I don't know that if I needed to do a chemistry test on something, that the Air Force is my first phone call.
I have a line in the like paranormal UFO type world, and there's a line where you cross onto the side where, okay, you're just delusional or something about what you saw.
Yeah.
Because if this really happened, more people would see it more. I mean, we would know about this. And so, yeah, unfortunately,
you think they'd be going around selling pancakes to everybody?
Yeah. I mean, personally, this story just sides on the delusional side of me. Like, I won't tell you that everything that you hear about this kind of thing is delusional, but this story certainly sounds delusional to me.
Okay.
Because there's just, it's too much.
Okay, all right.
But it was a good find.
I let you down.
It was, yeah, it certainly is not as good of a story as the UFO story, unfortunately, or the UFO. Was it, the center?
I don't think it is either.
Because
I don't think it is either. But I still love that this is the thing that of all the people who have seen UFOs or aliens, who've claimed to. It's the only guy I know who claimed to have been served pancakes.
Yes.
Which I think is just the greatest thing in the world. Like that's your proof of aliens, is you got served pancakes.
Which maybe this is something off air we'll have to research. We'll just do a Google and see, is it common to get served pancakes by the aliens when you run into them?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a follow up on this one. If there's something out there, because maybe there's some really cool documents of from the Air Force or whoever, like, investigating this. So maybe there's another
you can
part
find out what really was in the pancakes.
Yeah.
So
really
I would also like to know is there any rational reason that you would send the pancake to the Air Force?
I don't know.
Because that just also seems very strange to me. That seems like it would be handled by, like, I don't know, NASA or something like that.
Yeah, NASA definitely came to mind. Like, not that they are necessarily, like, where I would send things to get analyzed, but that's definitely who I'm thinking when I have a UFO situation.
Yeah, but like the Air Force isn't the one that jumps to my mind first. Like, I don't even know why you would go there, So,
I don't know.
So, well,
yeah,
I guess that one's a little out there, but it was a good find. How many people are ever going to hear that story? And now you can think about that every time you go and spend a day in Eagle River.
Yeah, so like it's not like an unknown story. Like I said, I heard it from Chad Lewis, and it's apparently in this Eagle River book that I destroyed. So, so like the 10 people that have this Eagle River book have seen it. But.
Yeah, and it does sound like after it happened, it was a pretty big deal because he did say, I think at some point in your story, he was talking about how he had lost a lot of work and stuff because of all the people showing up because this happened and stuff. So it must have been a pretty big deal when it happened. I'm sorry, I'm going to call delusional on it.
Okay.
I'm not going with there's any factualness to this story.
All right. Okay.
So, but if somebody knows more about this story and can share like why I'm completely crazy to not believe this story, please reach out to us at MilwaukeeMafia@gmail.com because I'd love to hear it.
I would too. I'm going to look into this more. I can't promise there's a follow up. It depends if I find anything. But if I find anything, there'll be a follow up on this because I'm not ready to give up on the pancakes just yet.
Kevin's like, I really thought I think I have something with these pancakes.
I thought I had it. I thought this was going to be a winner, and
maybe you can like go to Eagle River and they have some sort of museum that has the pancakes on display.
I would be shocked. I would be shocked if the pancakes were not on display somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
So, road trip.
Somebody somewhere has kept these pancakes.
So that's your first quest, is to figure out where the pancakes are.
Yeah. If people like look this up, like if you look up like UFO pancake, you can probably find it. Like they don't look good. They don't look good at all. So
all right. So with that, we are going to wrap this episode up, put it away on the weird end of things.
Yeah.